Well, Centurions, our worst fears have finally been confirmed. Germans are crossing the Rhine. Their numbers are already in the hundreds of thousands, and Caesar, despite his best efforts, has been unable to convince the German king to come to terms. According to our sources in Bibracte, Caesar sent envoys to ARIOVISTUS with simple demands. He was to release the hostages of the Aedui and their allied tribes at once, and agree that he would respect the borders of his neighbors. Further, he was no longer to bring large numbers of Germans across the Rhine. In return, Rome would recognize his current claims, and the two sides could be brought to peace. Caesar bade ARIOVISTUS to choose a location halfway between the two men to parley directly, but this request, along with Caesar's terms for peace, were flat out refused. What's more, ARIOVISTUS made several outright threats to Caesar and the Roman people, proving once and for all that Germans will forever remain beyond redemption. What's more, rumors are circulating that other Germans aside from ARIOVISTUS' Suebi tribe are attempting to make crossings as far north as the territory of the Treveri, who belong to the Belgae. Should ARIOVISTUS not be made to come to terms, the Treveri would most certainly find themselves fighting a war on two fronts. Thus called to action once more, Caesar summoned the legions to him and started his march east toward the land of the Sequani, where ARIOVISTUS makes his nest. But as the prospect of a second great war with the Germans started to loom ever closer, some of our proconsul's chief lieutenants began to lose heart. For even in those too young to remember, the scars of our war with the Cimbri and Teutonus, that half-century ago, still remain in our minds. Even when they were ultimately defeated, the demonic barbarians turned to mass suicide, and even the babe in the cradle was not safe from the blade of his own mother. Caesar addressed these fears in a council that included every centurion under his command. He berated their cowardice, reminding them that if they forsook their oaths, he would not abandon his duty, and would march onward alone with his crack 10th Legion if he must. Ashamed and angry, the men let out a cheer, and the fire of patriotism extinguished the black fear that had pooled in their hearts. And so, listeners, we arrive once again on the eve of another war. May Jupiter have mercy on us all. Until next time, Centurions, keep your eyes on the trees.